here we have a potential sell example on the United States dollar versus the CAD. So first of all, again, the same as with the buy example, you draw in your levels. So prices are trading this current price at the moment. If you look to the left, and then you will see that there are some important zones in this area. Prices have been respected here and here and then here again. So always just look at where prices are and then draw the closest level. Like this is another level. So that could be a minor level now. Always qualify that your levels are actually true by drawing to the left. And then we also have a final major level over here. We take it all the way to the left, we can see it being respected all the time. So we have our support level, which is qualified. There we have one touch there, and we can see prices are struggling in the area, and then 2 touches here, 3 touches there, 4 touches. So this is a qualified level. And here we can see 1, 2, and 3 touches there. And if we zoom out, we'll probably see some more respect of the level. So the first step in target making or in finding your target is to measure the distance between the barriers. So we have our resistance barrier, and our first sort of area where prices might struggle is about 100 pips away. So that's good. And then our second area, again, we have a 200 pip distance away. So we can judge from this our stop loss or our potential stop loss. So we're not going to have a stop loss probably less than about 50 pips, because maybe this would be our first target, depending on how prices approaches this area. So just again, we have our potential entry in this area. We have our levels. Make sure that there's a distance between the levels of about 100 pips. This is our first step in target making. This is thinking big. The bottom support level here, that is your main target. You want to enter here and you're aiming for this target here. So even if you don't reach this target, it doesn't matter. You are still making profits all the way down here if it goes in your favor. Let's look what's happening on the 15-minute now. Prices are coming up into the level of importance there. Crunch this thing a bit down, so that there is our level of importance. So prices are going up and it's in. It touches our level. Now we look very closely at price action. This looks good because we have our RSI setup sorted out already. And there, that looks very good. So you will enter your trade in this area and you will target. That's your first target over there. And your second target is down here. So even though that is your target, let me explain this part for you. If you enter your trade here and you have your stop loss above this area here, and you measure the distance between the top area and the bottom there, you will see it's about 50 pips. And that is typical for this strategy based on this currency pair. So it's about a 50 pips. And then now we feel much more comfortable that our barriers here, our profit points, are at least double that. This is 120 pips. So this is absolutely perfect. This is a bread and butter setup, really. So because you have a 50 pip risk area, what you do is this. You have your calculator and it's 50 and you times that by 1.25. So the least amount that you will take as a pip profit is 62 pips in this example. So let's measure 62. We'll draw a line here. And 62 pips from there to here, yeah, it's around about here. So this is our risk, is 50 pips, and we want to make 62 pips at least. but our targets are bigger. Our targets are here and here. So 62 pips in this example is where I want some sort of action. Thinking about whether you're going to take all the profits off the table, some of the profits off the table, or you're going to do a trailing stop. It all depends on you. But what I don't want is for any sort of messing around with the trade until it's actually hit this level. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about here. Making your targets bigger than what you really are going to take. You're definitely going to take 62 pips here, but it doesn't mean you are going to close the entire trade off there. Let's see how this one runs. So we are triggered into the trade now. And again, the Asian session. It looks as if the Asian session is ranging constantly. We don't like this though, because it looks as if it's coming down in a manipulation. But it seems okay. We almost got our profit target, our first one, off the table. We are almost ready to take some profit off the table, but not quite yet. Again, another day, another Asian session at play. And then boom, we have it. That's our first target met. And then this 62 pips here, and then really managing the trade after this depending on your risk appetite.